Now, I've got to admit, the last couple of chapters of Bluelock have really taken the wind out of my sails. Not gonna lie, right? I don't know if you guys are keeping up with politics or not, but a hot topic right now is the prices of eggs. And no matter where you may fall on the political spectrum, left or right, I think we can all agree that eggs are a little too expensive to just be putting them on your face. And that's exactly how I felt after reading chapter 293 of Blue Lock. Because, like, I may be sounding a little dramatic here, but I don't know if you guys have looked at my channel or not, but the only other video I have is a 45-minute rant video about how amazing Kaiser is for not only that same week to have Ness single-handedly just like mess up me and Kaiser's career. And when I saw him on his knees in absolute defeat, I can't help but feel like I was down there with him. And usually I like to get my immersion from moments of greatness from characters, but when I was looking at that panel, I couldn't help but relate. I'm not gonna lie. And don't worry, I called my plug. I'm huffing on the finest copium you can find this side of the Pacific Northwest. I think I'll survive. But you guys need to understand the pain and heartache I went through reading that chapter. After, screaming from the rooftop and officially announcing that I'm Kaiser's #1 fan for pretty much that same day. Everything just like blow up in my face. It gave me the worst case of secondhand embarrassment I've probably ever had in my entire life. Secondhand embarrassment is already a bad enough feeling, but when the secondhand embarrassment is from yourself, is probably the closest I can get you from the emotional punishment that you would experience in hell. And I know there's like some kind soul out there out of all 60 of my viewers saying, "Oh, I don't think the video was that bad." No, what you don't understand is it's not just the video that's embarrassing. It's everything that went into the video. Look, I live in a really, really old apartment. It's like over 100 years old. I don't give or take a decade or two. And I don't know if you guys have ever, you guys know those old houses. You ever been to your grandmother's house? Like the walls are thin. Okay, when you walk through the front door of my complex, you can hear everything that's happening on each floor. Yeah, you feel like Toph from the last Airbender. Now my video is a 45-minute audio, just like recording of just like me straight yapping. This is not edited at all. I just pressed the play button and just started yapping. And then I had like maybe some bullet points right in front of me, and I'm just kind of going off that. But there was a like 2 to 4 week period where I was recording and I was trying to work off this script that I wrote. And just like my first time making videos at all, so I'm not, hey, look, I read comics, all right? I'm mostly a picture book guy, but there was a 2 to 4 week period, right? Now I painted the picture for you, where my neighbors are coming home from work, and they're putting a key in the door, and all they just hear is me and recording my closet, because that's where I record, which is right by my front door, parallel to the hallway. And all they just hear me in just hear me go in my closet going, "Huh? So Michael Kaiser doesn't like to drink milk, but oh wait, hold on, fuck, god damn it. I like that they showed that Kaiser doesn't like to drink milk. Shit. All right, well, let me start over. So Michael Kaiser's my favorite character in Blue Block. So they hear me. So after reading 293 and I have to look at Kaiser and just absolute shambles, just had me feeling like, that scene in the Joker where he's like in the mirror and he's like trying to force himself to smile like before a performance. Yeah. So when I was reading Isaki call Kaiser a fucking clown, when I was reading it, it didn't really feel like he was speaking to Kaiser, it felt like he was speaking to me, calling me a clown. Look, I know the Kaiser stocks are tanking faster than a crypto rug pull, but I got the restless gambler mindset, okay? What do when you're at the casino? You're 7 drinks past your limit. You just lost all your chips to a hand that was mathematically impossible. What you do is you look the dealer straight in his eye. You take your grandfather's watch off. You take your red wing off. You put it in the middle of the table and you say, deal me some more cards. Because I don't know if you guys have ever had like your friends over or like, your cousins, and you guys are, running a 1v1 gauntlet on your favorite fighting game, and you just get beat so bad that his health bar doesn't even drop past the green. We absolutely have to run that back. You guys gotta remember, this isn't just a soccer game. All right, this is an episode on a reality TV show, and these guys have mics that translate their language into the native language of whoever's listening. And this isn't like the shitty translators you'll see on like a TikTok ad or some bullshit like that. You gotta remember, these guys had holograms that was blocking physical balls. All right, they have access to science fiction levels of technology here. And so think about it. You're on one of the most popular shows in the entire planet that's being broadcast to any country that's developed enough to have a TV, and you have your op, and like everyone on the planet knows you guys hate each other. You were trending on Twitter the other day about it, and he's walking up to you while you're on the ground. Everyone knows you just got played, and he's explaining to you why you lost, and he's like, you lost because you were just too busy having fun and trying to make friends. I don't really feel like you wanted it for real, You wasn't really locked in. Yeah, we gotta run that back. I'm sorry, that's the only thing I'm thinking about when I wake up, when I'm hugging my kids, when I'm at my grandmother's funeral. Yeah, but should have known something was up, because I read the luck panel, and then the very next page I see Ness. Yeah, that should have been a really huge bright red flag. And side note, I gotta say this: whoever's writing Bluelock, they have hacked luck. They're like a luck merchant. I've never seen someone squeeze as much juice out of a 4-letter word on a puzzle piece than this guy. And it works. I gotta say, every time I see a luck panel, my dopamine levels go through the roof, and I'm focused. I'm in flow state. Unfortunately, the same exact thing happens when I see a Nest panel. I just wanna stay in bed all day, sleep. I don't want to eat. I just want to crawl in a hole. But it's okay, all right? As Kaiser fans, we have to also operate in restrictive environments. And I know I sound delusional, and I actually had to come to terms with that when I was reading the chapter. And I saw the Nest pass, and then the next panel you see Kaiser, the Kaiser silhouette coming in, and I'm like, me, I gotta admit, me and Ness, we were making the same face. Okay, tears of joy. And then I saw those fucking puzzle pieces. And then again, me and Ness were making the same exact face. Oh my god. The realization that Asagi put me in a genjutsu. That's a 5D feat. Alright, that kid's not normal. Everyone loves to talk about the fact that, Asagi, he had such a normal background, and his parents are so loving and happy all the time. No. See, I have a theory that the reason his parents are always so nice to him and always smiling is because they're afraid of him. There's something wrong with that kid. Look, when I was in high school, kids weren't getting, they were not getting nicknames like the Demon King. They were getting nicknames like, I don't know, their initials or Junior. and I know you're thinking, oh, it's a manga. They're gonna give silly nicknames like that. No, they didn't give Isagi that nickname because it sounded cool. They gave him that nickname because all of his friends and everyone that knows him thinks he's a fucking sociopath. Okay, like he's on international TV talking about, man, this selling your soul thing is really working out for me. Teehee. Yeah, little bro. Drop the act. All right, we all know who you are. There's no need to wear the mask anymore. And now look, the Kaiser Stocks were not the only one that took a hit the last couple of weeks. We gotta talk about Rin for a little bit. All right, and I think it's a little suspicious that the offer that Rin has and the offer that Asahi has the exact same amount. I'm calling bullshit. I'm gonna go ahead and say that Ego hopped in the greatest Discord channel that's ever been invented ever and started Aura Assisted. Regardless of where you think Asagi landed, like above or below Rin, I'm pretty sure Ego hopped in the server and was like, wait, guys. I have an idea, okay? You guys want a season 2, right? He's making great TV in his universe and ours. I don't care. That's a 5D feat. And what I thought was like super funny is when they were going through, they show the offers and they zoom in to fucking the monk kid's face. They have it in the side. He's still fucking crying. I don't know. The cameraman was on demon time. I know Ego was in the production room like, zoom in. We gotta get this. And then, Rin, I'm not gonna lie, like he locked in. He didn't want any part of that. He didn't want to get embarrassed, so he put on his best Rin face and his best Rin impersonation and just locked in. I don't really get why people like Rin so much. I'm gonna assume that like people that like Rin also like characters like Sasuke, and I never really understood like Sasuke fans either. I'm not saying that like Sasuke isn't cool, and I'm not saying Rin's not cool, because Rin's Berserker State, some of the best art in Bluelock. Sasuke he fights with lightning and black flames that never go out. I mean, what can get cooler than that? But these guys, they put on the nonchalant act, and these guys are very chalant guys. Like, I get it. You have a very unhealthy relationship with your autistic, overachieving brother, and it's not even like I don't like characters like this that are playing like the nonchalant role, but really they look a lot deeper than that. But they stay stoic the entire time. I mean, you can make a really good case for characters like, Conquest, Gojo, Sasuke, Katakuri, but come on, man, you're not a child soldier or a Viltrumite. All right, you're in high school, little bro. There's not any consequences for being a little bit more emotionally available. But to be fair, maybe he was opening up and saw what happened to Kaiser and decided, I ain't going down like that. Look, I give credit where credit is due, and good for him. And honestly, props and honorable mention to the King Boro, sitting there watching the saga be announced like he's watching a Michelin star chef whip up the finest meal for him. Somebody gotta keep the throne warm for the king. All right, such a cool panel. I love that one. I was eating that shit up, I'm not gonna lie. Now let's look at the Nagi stocks for a second, because they're looking a little unstable. I will say I don't think I saw the beauty in Nagi's and Rio's relationship until this chapter, because on first read I was getting some PTSD from chapter 293 because I'm low-key rooting for them. I bought a few stocks, at the beginning of the series, and it gave me some great returns. But I think I'm coming out of this respecting Rio a whole hell of a lot more, and I think I know the path that Nagi's character is going to take. Because I love how Rio just kind of showed up like Toto from and JJK from Shibuya. This chapter just proves no matter what situation you're in, school, work, filing taxes, everything is better when you're with your friends. Like, I have a homie that would literally just call me and not say anything on the phone. I'm like, bro, you need something? He'll be like, nah, I'm just driving home from work. I'm like, you don't want to listen to music or anything? He's like, nope. And that's how you know you have a good friend. Rio's just out here showing you that your best friend with enough enthusiasm can gaslight you into robbing a bank. Have you at the crib, looking up escape routes, shopping for matching ski masks. Like, oh man, I needed this because ever since Nagi blew his load after the five-shot revolver, he's been on this like eat, pray, love arc, and it's time to wrap that up. I think at this time of the recording, there's some leaks coming out right now, but I'll probably do that in a separate video. But I'm literally hyped to see the conclusion of this match because it's filled with the most unserious characters in the verse. I'm hoping to see some funny moments from Chris because I know he's gonna be sponsor forming, dropping commercials mid-game. Lavijo, yeah, he's like the soccer version of a Harlem Globetrotter. Bachita, he's the taker of ankles, and Rio and Nagi getting that groove back. All that on the field at one time is gonna make for a super fun read. I'm definitely gonna try and post more often doing like these pseudo chapter reviews, but I definitely want to still do my character deep dives. Unfortunately, I'm lazy and employed, so making these videos, they get put on the back burner a lot. But I definitely want to still focus on making those character deep dives that the chapter reviews are a little bit easier and doesn't require a huge chunk of my day. I think I'm gonna focus a little bit more on just doing Bluelock and Kagurabachi and maybe one other series, but I think I need to focus on being more consistent with making videos in the first place. So tune in if you want to see the progress.